What's up, guys? So today it's raining out. Not that I can do a whole lot outside. I'm still semi-handicapped. I'm walking around and stuff, but I can't really do a whole lot. So we thought, we haven't done it. We were thinking of some ideas to do. We were gonna do I got a lot of them. We're gonna do a crash reaction video. Some of my crashes, like, I'm just gonna explain what happened on some of them, and yeah, just take it through, I guess, what happened, what I heard, and the whole deal. I got a lot, so we're gonna narrow it down to, like, I don't know, 5 or so.
Maybe top 5.
Yeah, top 5. We'll go with that. I mean, damn, I don't even know where to start. Oh, okay. Well, there's the worst one. Yeah, so I'll end there. This one's pretty interesting. I don't think a lot of people have seen this one. Okay. The quality looks really bad on this one, but this is a pretty interesting one. I don't think a lot of people have seen it. It was from Indy 2018 practice, I believe. And there was the finish into a little, it was like a little on-off, it was a little steep little double on-off type weird thing and they put after the finish, and I just caught a buck off of it. Yeah, so I caught a buck clearly, and then here, I'll back up a little more. Buck barely didn't go over, but then I was headed into the other lane, so I just had to let go of the bike. I was aimed towards the other lane, and I saw that dude that, well, Martin's right there, that I almost hit. Oh, and then Osborne, I think, does hit my bike. Yeah, I was yeah, I was headed towards the other lane, and I was fine, but yeah, that was not a lot of people have seen that one, I don't think. So
what's up, Moto fans, and welcome back to the channel.
oh, that didn't look that bad, to be honest, but that actually hurt. That so I was going through that. I remember that whip section was pretty sketchy all night. I was stretching too far back all day, and I did the same thing. Just got too far back, missed one, and then kind of dipped in, caught one of those. It swapped back, and then it doesn't even look that bad, but I kind of hit my back really hard and just kind of knocked the wind out of myself and just jarred, just like a jarring wreck. Skip, dude. Bam. It wasn't even that. It doesn't even look that bad, man. Maybe I was just being a bitch in that one. I don't know. That one didn't look that bad. Oh, that was just sketchy moments. We're not even gonna include sketchy moments because I've had a lot of sketchy moments. So, oh, this one, St. Louis.
Sell to your customers anywhere with Shopify. The commerce
He doesn't pay for YouTube Red, apparently.
Online.
Oh yeah, okay. So this one's I was in front of Osborne, and there was this dragon after the finish, St. Louis 2018, and I went and I just caught the top one just a little bit too much. I didn't think crazy. Oh, I remember what it was. There was a lapper in my line, so I had to move over, and the whoops were not even, and I caught the last one too much. Yeah, rider error, Jeff. Clip. I thought I was okay. And then I was just washed out by ish. Oh, there's a here's a better one of it. Right here. Yeah, that lapper was, yeah. I was taking that far left. I was taking that far right line, and he was in it, so I had to move over to the left just a little bit. That was it. Oh, this one, Houston. Jeez, this quality's terrible, but oh well. This is all we got. Just a 3-3-3. I just came up short on the last 3. It wasn't even crazy. We were clipping that all day because I was going inside. So I was clipping it like on purpose, but I just literally clipped it just a little too much, and then it sent me kind of like this, bars knifed, and it just sent me over. I was fine. Like, I was terrible quality, but 3 out, clip, doesn't even look bad. That one really wasn't even that bad either. That one, like, I walked off, and right here, I was like, I was like, okay, I'm good, I'm doing the whole, I felt like somebody was pinching me right here on the collarbone, like I was getting pinched, and I was like, that's odd. I was just kind of whatever, and then I'm going back, I turn around right here, and I'm going back to my bike, and I do a shoulder roll, and I feel my collarbone broken, and I feel the bones grind. If you've ever felt bones grind, that's a bad, so just like cringy feeling. So right here, and then I go, oh, that was what that was. I was like, oh shit, my collarbone's in like 4 pieces. I'm gonna go to the medic unit. And then that was it. That was all she wrote. Yeah, so right here, I mean, this is probably a little bit, I don't know, but Chisholm was going up the inside of Rees right here, and I thought they were just going to both triple into the corner, and just Chisholm was going to take them wide. I was going to maybe try to squeeze under, but I mean, it wasn't, it's a heat race, whatever. I was just going to tuck in behind him if not. And obviously Vrees right there, you can't see him, he's off screen, but he decides to check up and go underneath, and I'm already on the face in the air, and you can't check up at that, but everyone's like, oh, why don't you check up? I'm coming out of a whoop section, there's a triple right after that I'm hitting like semi wide open, like you got to hit the whoops good and then wide open into it. I'm on the face, and I see him land and just check up and shoot left, and I'm already in the air, and I was like, uh-oh. And then we landed, bam, I landed into him, cleaned him out, and I just ejected me face first, bam, into the berm. That doesn't look too bad right there. The other angle makes it look a lot worse. This one, you can see the impact a lot gnarly. Oh, I drove my chest and everything into the berm. And the thing was, I just came back from the collarbone that I broke with Jet at Dallas. So that was, I kind of landed into the right or the left side a little bit more, which I did my right one. So I was pretty fortunate to not get hurt. And then obviously I won the main, so that was a nice recovery from that. Here, we'll play this one just because it's a quick one. Oh yeah, this is a slow-mo. Okay, so here, I'll run through this one. Start, I've watched this a million times, but start, I actually had a pretty good jump. I think I have maybe a slight wheel on Cameron. Jet might have a slight wheel, but me and RJ, we were all like pretty close. I had a pretty decent jump. My rut out front went left. You can see it went straight into RJ's. RJ looks like he's a little bit out of his rut to the right, and I'm following my rut, but it leads to the left. So our ruts went out, and he kind of got a little bit out of his, and I went like that. I mean, it's just a start situation. We came together right there. And we both are, look, he's turning right, and I'm turning right, he's turning left. So we're turning out of it. My front end, as you can see, this is what I tried to explain to everybody. They're like, oh, just let off. Just let off. And I was like, well, I mean, yeah, now I probably should have let off. But, like, at the time, like, if you let off, your start's done. That means, therefore, your race is kind of done. You know, you're probably not going to come back and win. You might get a podium, maybe, but if I would have checked up right there, I would have went into the first turn last. So we came together. So you can see it. I'm turning back to the right, and we kind of hit, so it forced me back to the right. My front wheel's off the ground. Oh, right there. I just let it down because I see Cameron. I see Cameron coming over. Those guys, Jet's crowding Cameron, and Cameron's crowding me. So I see him coming over, and that's where right there I let my front end down, but I'm kind of off balance, and they're coming over, and I let my front end down, and then right there, we touched, and I tried to like, okay, like, you don't know unless you've like been like that on somebody's tire, but you're like, oh, go, 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 go. Like you're trying to help make, like you want them to go so that you don't have to dab your foot or you don't fall. But right, and I'm still grinding on his back wheel right there, and I'm falling. So what do I have to do? I have to put my leg out, and bam, right there. Oh no, it wasn't even. Whenever I put my leg down, I tore my ACL. Then I got ejected, and right there, my leg is just bouncing around my lower leg. And that doesn't look good. Right there. It was right before that I tore my ACL, and then I was still off balance, and my whole shot device was locked down. So the bike, when you lock the whole shot device down, it gets real twitchy with the front end, but that's just how it is. When you bring the front end of the bike down, it gets more twitchy, and it went. And I was off the inside. Plus, whenever I dabbed my knee, I knew it was torn. So I think I kind of went, oh shit, and kind of wasn't really worried about the rate. Like I was like, oh, I just tore my ACL, and then bam, and then I just got ejected. So that lower leg does bounce around quite a bit. A lot of people were like, did you like break your leg? They thought I like broke my leg bad. And I was like, no, don't worry. Oh, I'm gonna do this one real quick just because this one's pretty gnarly. I could have just done this whole video, and then I'll do the last one. Oh, that's the last one right there. There's whenever A-Mark came in. That one didn't look bad either, but I had no air, and it was 27 minutes into a 30, the second 30 at Southwick. That one, everybody was ragging on me saying, oh, that wasn't even bad, why didn't you get up? Okay, cool. That one, I separated my shoulder. This one. The Laracos Leap 2021. Yeah, this one's good. Yeah, nope. Right there, I'm like, yeah, this is not looking good. Case. Oh wait, is this the one I crashed? Oh, this isn't even the one I crashed. Damn, I've cased the rock with sleep twice. That's, jeez. Okay, that wasn't even it. Let me find that one real quick. Okay, this is probably my worst crash one of my worst crashes I've ever had. It's again not good quality, but I was this was Salt Lake 2021. It's whenever I tore all that stuff up on the inside. I had been looking at this all day, and I shouldn't have done it, but I've been looking at this all day. There's this right here. I'm on the left, and there's a single double into this dragon. And this first whoop, you can almost see it right there, how steep the angle of the tough block. It's kind of steep. Like, it's not normal like an entry whoop is down. It's kind of steep. And all day I was looking at going double and then all the way over the dragon back into the turn. I was looking at that since I walked the track. And McElrath, that was him in the lead. And as you can see, there is Ferrandis coming through the turn after the finish. At this point, I have the title in 2021. At this point, I have the title, but Ferrandis, he was obviously going to catch up. I had to beat him. If I won, he had to get, like, off the podium. If I won and he finished 4th, I think I would win. I think we would tie, and this would give me more race wins. So Ferrandis, I mean, he's probably in 8th there. I mean, there was a chance. Like, there was definitely a chance I could have won the championship that day. But I knew that my best shot was catching McElrath. I had to catch, because I needed that extra 3 points that it separates from the lead from 2nd to 1st. I needed that extra 3 points. And he inched away from me the first couple laps. I kind of reeled him back in. I think this is like lap 3. And I was like, all right, I know what I can do to catch him. I'm going to do that. not bad deal.
He's gonna go
Right here, I'm hitting it, and then literally the next foot, I'm like, nope, I don't have it. I think I would have hit it and clipped it and went into the turn even worse than I already did. That's exactly what happened, but I think it would have been worse because I would have had more speed, like going forward, because I check up right about here. I check up a little bit after this. I check up, and if I would have hit it wide open, I would have went into it with even more speed and clipped, and maybe I wouldn't have clipped, but it did not look like I had it. It didn't look like I had it. And that top whoop was kind of tall, but it didn't feel like I had it. So I checked up, and as I'm going over the second one, and because I had too much speed because I was planning on, so I checked up right at the top, and landed, missed the second one, landed in between. This Dragon's Back was super easy all day too, but I mean, I landed, I missed it, landed in between, right there. And then usually in a situation like this, I'm usually good about getting off the bike. I mean, this is obviously really small, so maybe I didn't have time anyway. But I thought that I wasn't gonna, I thought I was gonna land, and best case scenario, I just kind of get sketchy, but I don't go down. Second best scenario was that I get sketchy, but just like ride the front end and kind of just wash out to the inside. That's what I thought. This is all within like, I guess, 0.1 seconds. I kind of ran through this through my head. But then I clipped the top, and then it doop, and then right there I'm going down, and I'll just back it up a little bit.
Gonna go right here. Yeah, and he just went a little bit too hard over that Dragon Back, went over the handle.
Bam! Yeah, that's what happens when the bike gets you. When the bike drives you in, it's always worse. That's why, like, if I can ever get away from the bike, if I crash and I can step through the bars or let go or just get away from the bike, like if you ever get a buck like that, if you can step through the bars, it's almost always going to be better than just riding the bike into the ground, because if the bike comes over on top of you, that's whenever it really goes bad. Just that extra weight of the bike and the force of the bike driving you even harder into the ground. So if I can get off the bike and just land on my feet, kind of like I did with Jet and in Dallas, when I kind of stepped through the bars, kind of got through the bars, but I broke my collarbone, which isn't great, but that could have been a lot worse. Like this, where the bike drove me into the ground and I ripped my pancreas in half, destroyed my spleen, had lacerations to my kidney and my liver, was concussed, pretty concussed. Obviously internal bleeding and all that stuff. They had to take my spleen out and 30% of my pancreas, and I think just kind of stitch up some other stuff on the inside. Yeah, that was a bad one. Bad way to end. Blew a championship. Blew my body apart. That one was bad. That was my worst one for sure. Well, other than I got a brain bleed once just practicing, but it's not on film. But yeah, that one was probably the worst. That one was probably the worst injury I've ever had. I was in the hospital for like a week. I didn't get to eat, didn't get to drink. It was pretty gnarly. So yeah, that's the video. I hope you enjoyed. I always just love watching myself eat shit. It's just my favorite thing. I just love watching myself crash. But yeah, we're just kind of, I'm getting back into things right now, as far as like I'm getting back to walking and stuff and starting to be able to do things semi-normal again. Probably in the next video, we're going to go back to Oklahoma, and we're going to do some shooting and do a video there. But yeah, it's just kind of, I mean, we're doing the best we can. Obviously, we're trying to put out content. We're trying to keep the channel going, but obviously it's hard to do whenever I'm hurt and I'm just kind of sitting around I'm doing my workouts, all my therapy and stuff, but you know, we already make videos. You guys don't want to see the same thing every day, which right now it's pretty much the same thing every day. So yeah, we're gonna try to mix it up and get some stuff going as I'm better. And I got some moto schools that I'm coaching and stuff here later. So yeah, hopefully the videos will be coming. And we got some. We may have some new apparel coming out here soon. Drop 2, maybe. We haven't decided yet. We might drop it. We're not sure. Nah, yeah, it's definitely coming. Hopefully in the next. We have all the designs, everything. We're waiting for just a final thing, and then they're gonna start printing the shirts and making everything. So I'm glad we got good feedback on our last one. Everybody said that the quality is really good on the shirts. So I'm happy to hear that, and the hoodies and everything. Everything's heavyweight. That's exactly what we were going for. We're not trying to do anything cheap. We're going for what we like, which that's what we like. We like the heavy shirts. We like a heavy shirt just feels good quality, you know. Hopefully it doesn't shrink as much. You know, those are things that I hate in a shirt. So whenever they shrink, they're lightweight. They just don't feel good. So everybody has said that the quality is really good. So we're gonna keep that going. So yeah, thanks for tuning in, guys. We'll see you next Friday.
Lived a lifetime in the hunger. It's a long for all the fear. Never did I hear the thunder.